Hello, welcome to the Husky Nerd Podcast. My name is Trey, and we don't have Josh this week, but we do have a special guest. You might remember him from the last 2 podcasts I think he was on, maybe 3. I forget all the time. I have a terrible memory. Kishon, say hi to him, Kishon.
Yes, I am back, and I was right. The dude's crazy. John Walker, you shouldn't have trusted him. You know what they did? They trusted him. They gave him the shield. You know what he did with the shield? He killed a man. Told you he's gonna go crazy, and he did. Got the super soldier syndrome, went crazy, killed a man.
So we're gonna get into that one this week. Kishon might have been right. Somewhat.
Might have been. He keeps saying that. Might have been. No.
I mean, if you look at it, and you squint and you kind of tilt your head,
not even.
Kind of right. You know what I mean? But I mean,
over here,
I don't know.
He messed up. This is what I said. I said he's gonna mess up, and he's gonna get the super soul syndrome, and he's gonna go even more crazy, and he's gonna kill somebody. And he did. He did all that. All right. Falcon had all the control. He was like, I'm just going to talk to this girl because she is frustrated and angry. And you know what? He had the right approach. He talked to this girl. She was frustrated and angry. And then he messed up that entire thing. You know what he did? He said, I'll give you 10 minutes. And he didn't. He gave him 8 minutes. Freaking liar. That's another thing. He's a liar. Don't ever trust this man.
Interesting. So let's get into the episode. We obviously have already gotten to the juicy part of it. But let's just kind of talk about it right here. So I mean, we knew John Walker was going to get the serum, right? I mean, let's be honest. Yeah.
If you know the comics, you know he got some kind of power boost.
Yeah, some kind of power boost. Not really super soldier serum, quote unquote, from the comics, but you know, he got a little. He's better than the average guy. He's on par with Captain America, power wise. But you know, in this episode, it was really weird because we already kind of saw him kind of go down this path of this dude's kind of crazy, right? So you know, we're kind of skipping over little details here, but you know, we get to the point where Baron Zemo finds out that the funeral is going to be happening where it's going to be happening at. And so they decide, you know, Sam decides, hey, give me 10 minutes. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to talk to her, you know, the peaceful way. No one has to get hurt. No fighting. No one has to die. I'm just trying to talk.
Because he's smart and he's not crazy.
He's smart. He's smart. He's more diplomatic. You know what I mean? Big words.
He's don't say that because that involves politics. You can't trust politics. You can trust him.
He's pretty political, but you know, I mean, you know, I don't know. I mean, kinda, but I don't know. Whatever you want to, you know, whatever your take is on that, you know, whatever you want to feel. But you know, he goes in there, he's talking, and everyone else's head. This is pretty good. This looks really good. I'm like, that's good. That he's talking to her, he's getting through to her. They're on that kind of common ground. She kind of doesn't see him as an enemy, but as, you know, someone who's just kind of lost in the system, as they say. Am I right?
Yeah, as a delusional optimistic. That's how she views him.
Yes, delusionally optimistic. Big words used this week. But yeah, so we get that and we think it's all gonna go good, but then, you know, we go back to the scene, you know, just kind of looking in to what's happening with the rest of the guys. Everybody else is calm, just waiting, and John's like over here like having a meltdown, like he's like, I don't know what's happening here, like I'm pretty sure it's gonna
reason. Like there was no gunshots, there was nothing breaking, no fights, no, you didn't hear nothing. It was completely peaceful, and then he just starts freaking out for no reason. You know why? Because he's crazy.
Pacing. He is crazy. He's pretty crazy. So it's one of those things where it's just like he just I think he wants to fight. You know what I mean? I think this as we saw, let's kind of fast forward, you know, just to the when he killed the guy, right? The guy had surrendered. The guy was like, I'm willing to reason at this point. He didn't want to die. You know what I mean?
He did. Yeah, he was saying, it wasn't me. I didn't.
It wasn't me.
Like,
and he didn't even give him
over.
Sorry,
we skipped over the part. So Lamar Hopkins, Battlestar.
Yes.
Probably the most reasonable guy on John Walker's side. I like the dude personally. I'm like, this guy seems cool. He has like a nice little soothing voice. You know,
Terrible name.
Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't like it. I'm fine with Battlestar. There's worse names on there, like John Walker. That's an awful name, unless it's alcohol. Don't worry about that though. So I'm like, yeah, this guy's great, right? So because John Walker was like, oh, I'm not gonna give him 10 minutes. I'm just gonna cut it short and bust in. He started a fight. Carly jumped in. Ended up. Oh wait, no. Actually, these are two separate things. I forgot because they had an entire meeting. I forgot they had that entire meeting where they met twice, but yeah, it's another thing. So over here, John Walker's like trying to hunt down the rest of her gang. That's what he's doing, and then Lamar gets taken. So now John Walker's like, oh, I'm gonna wreck anyone that's in my way because I need to get to my partner. Which is like, I understand that, but calm down. I understand that though. So he's going through the Winter Soldier and Falcon show up. Everyone's having this brawl and whatnots, and then Carly's about to kill John Walker with a knife, like a ninja or something like that. I don't know why they all had knives. That was the only thing that I agree with John Walker. He was just like, what's up with this knife stuff? And I was just like, you know what, John? I don't know. Every single one of them had a knife.
Yeah, that's actually weird because all right, so Falcon didn't have a gun or anything like that. I
didn't expect him to though.
I didn't expect him to either. I don't think Bucky had a gun, right? He was just using
Bucky
hands.
At this point usually just punches everything he can.
So I'm like, why is everyone using knives? Y'all are super soldiers. What are y'all using knives for? Come on.
I don't know because I'm like because they even set up like it was their base. Like you would think, oh, they would just have a gun stashed somewhere just in case an intruder broke in or something like that. No, everybody just had knives, which made no. They got the jump on Lamar, so they came prepared for something to happen. They already came prepared, so no one had a gun. So it was just like, yeah, I don't know why everyone has knives. Anyway, so she's about to.
You gotta think about it though too, though. They the reason why they got the jump on them was because they lured them into a trap.
But still, they could have still brought guns. Like they're setting up this trap.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird because I'm like, all right, they couldn't have known that John Walker. They obviously did not know John Walker took the super soldier serum. So if he's just a regular guy, I'm sorry, you don't need a knife to take him out if you got the super soldier serum. He's kind of pathetic. I'm sorry. Just letting everybody know that. Like,
yo, it was awesome seeing him get his butt kicked by the Wakandans.
All right, see, me and my dad were talking about this before, right? So they're not super soldiers, right? But
they're not.
You gotta understand, though, all those Wakandans right there, they could have took out Steve Rogers still as well. Like, probably relatively, not as easy as they did take out John Walker. But at the same time, I think Captain America 1v1 with the, Dora Milaje, one of them, maybe he could win that one. But they're just highly skilled, you know what I mean? It's not a...
The way I would describe them is that they are just like an army of Batman. That's pretty much what it is. I feel like they would take out if they were like, hey, we care about this Carly stuff. They would have already taken her out. All this would have been solved.
Exactly.
Already. This would have been no issue. Yeah, if they cared about what was going on outside of Wakanda and all this stuff, they would have been like, we need to take out Carly, and then they would have done it, and it would have been done. Honestly, they should have a series where it's just like the Wakandian women army, and then there would be no more problems.
Dude, literally, I'm saying the same thing. I'm like, dude. Literally, they just it'd be like what's it called, King T'Challa would be like, these super soldiers out here, they're trying to storm Wakanda. I need you guys to go eliminate our problem. You know what I mean? They come back the next morning. Yep, the problem is secure. There won't be any more blowing up or anything here. No, sir.
Exactly. This entire series would have been one episode long if they were in charge of this.
Yeah, it would have been one episode long, 27-minute episode, no post credit scene.
Mm-hmm. So like seeing John get his bucket by them, it was like, he deserved that. But at the same time, like he was like, man, they weren't even super soldiers. But I was like, they could take out the super soldiers. Like you were way like out of your pay grade right there. Like there was no way you can match up to them.
Plus, they have vibranium all over them, bro. You're not beating that. I don't even think he understands the spear. Man, you ain't beating them. I'm sorry.
I think the most like in your face thing was when that one chick from the army threw the spear and trapped his shield there, and then she took it off and like held the shield in her arm. Like she was like, "You're unworthy of the shield." Like that.
Or,
that's what it was.
Or when she kicked it up, and like she stomped on it and she flicked it up. I was like,
yeah.
Oh snap!
Mm-hmm. She was like, "I fought next to Steve. You are unworthy." I don't know if she did, but she could have.
I mean, she obviously did, since Steve fought at the Battle of Wakanda, in Infinity War. Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't have a shield in Infinity War. I mean, they could have. They could have been there in Endgame. No, because he had the Wakandan shields.
Yeah, he had the Wakandan shield. But so you know, there's actually theories about that, right? So all right, so that shield. All right, so people have been talking about that the Wakandan should have took the shield away if it was made of vibranium, right? But they didn't, because people think that shield is made of what's it part that aluminium alloy, I think it is, from the comics.
Adamantium.
Yeah, it's you remember in the comics where it was made of adamantium alloy. It's like not fully adamantium, but it's
in the comics. It's adamantium, and then mixed with vibranium, and then there's like supposed to be some kind of weird specialized material that they can never figure out what it was, and it's supposed to be all three that mixed together as an alloy. So it's like, oh, this is supposed to be the most indestructible thing, and it gets breaks like 3-4 times.
Well, this is supposed to be pretty much that. That's what they think that this is, because the vibranium one they said was actually was the first one, and it got crushed by Thanos in Infinity. What was it? Was it Infinity War? Yeah. What was it? I
don't think because I don't think he has the shield at all in Infinity War, because he gave the shield up in Civil War because he was fighting Tony. Tony was like, "That's mine because my dad made it." So he was like, "Fine, take it."
But he got it back. No, he destroyed it in Endgame. That's what it was. He destroyed it in Endgame. Yeah. So they were talking about like hopefully they go back and they actually explain what happened, because if he destroyed the shield in Endgame, then he's not gonna have that. Whatever he brought back to Sam and Bucky, that wasn't the original shield. So that's a weird thing, but
that's what people say. But to me, I feel like technically it should be, because he went back in time and lived his life. So I feel like he still had his original shield, but in a different timeline.
You see, the thing about it is people are kind of like throwing around the Marvel, not the Marvel execs, but the Marvel like writers and everything. I've already talked about it and said the Endgame had a lot of problems with like timeline issues, because if they were gonna say that he lived his life and all that stuff like that, that would happen in another timeline. Basically, that Steve Rogers has been there the entire time. It's not. It's when he goes back, that creates another timeline. It's very weird. It's weird,
So what you're saying is that they can partially bring back Steve Rogers as Captain America.
I think they will. If they bring him back though, I kind of want them to do it how they did in is it Secret? No, is it the new Civil War 2? No. You have you read the comic book line where they bring back Captain America after he was like a Hydro Captain America?
I think.
So
I have to remember.
It was the story. It was the storyline where Red Skull basically had the what was it, the
Cosmic Cube. I read it. I read it when he was
it was like
transformed into the secret Hydra. Hydra agent and stuff, which was, to me, still, I hated that. I hated that idea that they were like, yeah, let's make Captain America the everything that he is bogus. And I was like, this.
Yeah, I was like, That's like a really like deep and like really long storyline right there.